My name is Alexandria. Actually, I graduated with a double degree in SMU way back, and I've been working mainly in market research for the past 6 years. Yeah, so I started out really at the bottom as an executive, then became a senior executive, and then became a manager. But I've always had a very deep interest and passion in art, so which is why I decided to come for this course, because I really felt I wanted to give myself a chance to try this out. So while I was working a full-time job for most of the weekday, I drew a lot in the weekend. So that was actually weekends where I pursued my creative endeavors such as comics and so on. So I always enjoyed drawing comics, thinking about the plot, coming out with the idea, drawing out the characters, and that was my passion. So I used to set a bit of time every week to draw my comics. The better ones, I uploaded it onto social media. Like I have a Tumblr account, and that was where I just posted my comics and see how the audience reacted. Actually, when I first started, I was really slow going. I didn't really get much notice, but there were a few comics that really received a lot of attention, which really surprised me. There was one particular comic that I did regarding family, and for some reason that was really popular. It got translated over a few languages, like Russian, Italian, French, and it was really amazing to see the response it got. I think it was maybe the story. It was the theme. It was about family growing old and passing away, which was very close to me, and I just created a comic on that. And for some reason, I think the plot resonated with a lot of people around the world. I really wasn't expecting that response, yeah, but I'm really grateful for it. And that was something that also in a way inspired me to think about pursuing this a bit more. Yeah, that was way back when I was in secondary school. That was when I had my first Wacom tablet, and I was very excited. I had a comic, and I was quite happy with it, and I posted it online. And even though I had received one or two very nice comments, there was one person in particular said, "Your art sucks, it's bad." And it stuck with me for very long. It actually was a blow to myself. I seemed like, oh no, is it really that bad? And am I such a horrible artist, you know? But now looking back at it, I can really see where that person is coming from. I mean, like the person, what I can do now versus then, I can see why she might have thought it was bad. Yeah. So actually, I was talking to a few of my friends last time about digital art and so on, and one of my friends who was a friend of someone who actually went through the course actually said, "Have you heard of 3dsense? And this is a really good school if you really want to study digital art illustration. It's a 1-year course." And I said, "No, I never heard of it." And they said, yeah, it's really good. So I went online to check it out. And I saw the works of the students, the before and after. I was very impressed. I saw the works of the lecturers, and I also saw Artgerm's name there, because I knew Artgerm from very long when I was in secondary school. So I was like, wow, this must be really good. So that was what made me seriously consider the school. I was worried. I mean, you're pursuing this, you're giving up your income in a way, you know, it's an entirely new industry. But I felt that if I never gave myself at least one chance to actually study something that I really love, I will regret it. Because even though, yes, I did receive some success in my comics, but they could be even better. There's so many ideas that I wish to express them out, but at that point in time, I really lacked the skills and the tools and the proper knowledge to actually put a lot of what I wanted into paper. And that was why I felt that this gap could only be filled with some really structured and good formal education in what makes art great. You know, there's anatomy, there's composition, there's lighting, there's so many factors that go into creating art that I had no idea of. The pursuit of art is, for me, I would guess, is self-expression. It is like your own personal thoughts and your ideas that's going in your mind and into your paper, and you're actually releasing it for the world to see and critique. And of course, a part of me was worried that, you know, what if I go for this course and I'm still just not good enough? But I had to really take a step back and tell myself that that is not a healthy thought to have. I must really think about what's it that I really want to get out of this course, and am I actually making steps and progress towards improving myself as an artist. I can't expect to go from 0 to like 1,000, you know, that's not realistic. But can I really see my progress, and have I started to develop more skills and knowledge that I can expand the repertoire of things that I can do. Like for example, now I can do mecha drawings, I can draw so many different materials, I can paint in different materials and different lighting, which I never could have done 1 year ago. So that big difference was something that I could see. That was something that I felt 3dsense really helped me to develop in, and I'm really happy for that. I think definitely the biggest goal was actually to improve my art so I can create better comics and be better able to express myself. I think that's really the primary main goal. And how I took steps to achieve that was really by ensuring that I could meet all the deadlines. Was really committing myself that, okay, no matter how tight deadlines are, no matter how many different classes there are, always ensure that you're able to deliver and at a suitable standard, or the best that I'm able to at this given point in time. All the lecturers here are really amazing. They are great at their craft and also very dedicated to teaching and learning, and their standards are high. I think for myself, what I try to do is that I try to ensure that I pay attention in their classes, because they give so much nuggets of wisdom throughout the entire lesson, and focus a lot more on ensuring that I, to the best of my ability, that I can incorporate what they have taught me into my art. And even though perhaps the outcome may not be as great or as perfect, but I still see I'm making baby steps. I'm making steps and progress towards the eventual outcome, which will be something even better than what I could do. So I think how I deal with the expectation is more like I focus on where I am and taking steps to further improve it by incorporating what they have taught me in the classes, which have been very helpful. There were some times where I felt very discouraged. Like I had an idea in my head, but no matter how I tried to execute the idea, it just didn't seem as nice as I wanted it, or didn't seem as great or beautifully rendered as how I wanted. Whereas, you know, some are able to do it so effortlessly. And honestly, sometimes when that happens, I feel bad, because I do set high standards in a way for myself. So but when that happens, then I can actually sense and feel my productivity go down, and like I can sit at the computer for like two hours, and yet the progress I've done is very little. So but when that happens and I'm aware that, oh no, this is a problem, I'll take an hour off to do something else, to clear my mind. Maybe I'll walk around, I'll exercise, I will go and talk to my other friends about what they're doing and so on, and keep the focus away from that. And then I find that actually when I put some distance between these thoughts, right, and myself, I get better, I feel better, and when I get back to doing the work, it progresses better. I think the struggles that I faced were mainly within myself, the battle within my mind, because, you know, I think it's also part of human nature to actually compare yourself to like the people around you, and sometimes you're wondering, well, why can't I actually be as great as like so and so, and it's actually a very unhealthy thought or comparison to have, because everybody is on different trajectories. And I think how I actually managed to overcome that is actually, whenever these kind of thoughts happen, is to stop and take a step back and think of it in like context of where I am, what I've done, and be aware that like whatever I'm doing is the journey, and the competition should be with myself alone, that I'm actually improving to make myself the best version that I can be, and not to like compare myself with others who are also on their own different journeys. So it's important to actually take the focal point away something that can't be controlled, and focus instead on like and celebrate more like what I've progressed, what I've learned instead. And then this sort of thing will help clear the mind and enable me to continue to move forward, to improve myself more and more. Obsession is like something that is always there in your mind. It's like the relentless pursuit of a goal, a dream, or an idea that no matter how, right, it can never go away. Like the passion for art. It's something that I've always loved and enjoyed. And now at 3dsense, I have the chance to really learn so much more about putting my ideas into paper and expressing them out. Yeah, I think that's what an obsession is. Although you also have to be very careful to manage it, that it doesn't become unhealthy and it takes over your whole life. You still have to do the things that you need to do. I think the most memorable thing was during Art Germ's Kopik class. So Art Germ will actually have a traditional Kopik lesson with his students, and at the end he will actually do a Kopik sketch and he will give it out to his students. And I actually was very blessed to have received one piece from Art Germ, and I never expected to receive something like that. I really thought that there was really so many more talented people, and I was very, very grateful to receive. I actually have it framed up in my room to remind myself that even though at times when I feel down about my art, when I feel like I am not good enough, I look at that piece and remind myself that no, don't be so hard on yourself. Just keep on moving on and don't stop. Okay, definitely there are a lot of fears and concerns. I mean, I faced them even before I decided to come into this course. But I think the most important thing is firstly to have a plan. Ensure that your financials are in order to take the course. And the second thing is that actually talk to your loved ones, your family members, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and so on. Talk to them, gain their support. Very honestly, in this very upheaval, I would say, going into this new course, uncharted territory. The love and support from my family members and the people close to me were really, really instrumental. And once these two were settled, I mean the financials, the care from the support from my close people, I don't regret doing this course because it's something that I've loved. I mean, you're seriously even considering taking a 1 year off to do your art, means that art means something very meaningful and something very, very special to you. And I think you'll regret it if you don't actually give yourself that one chance to actually learn more about it, to be able to express yourself more. Yeah, I would say that compared to last time where I always was very, very negative and doubtful about my art, now aside from learning so much more about the art, it's true the mindset. I gain a newfound confidence in my art. I feel a lot more empowered, I guess, to actually be able to express myself a lot more. Last time, 1 year I liked to do comics, but I always felt myself limited in terms of what I knew in technical skills. But now I have increased my repertoire of skills and I can do a lot more with the thoughts and the ideas that I have in my mind. So I think that is something that I've really taken away from 3dsense. So many people have also mentioned to me that they are proud of my progress, especially my loved ones who have always been my rock and my support in my art ever since I was young. And they have mentioned to me that they have seen my progress and my improvement, and also hearing that kind of verbal affirmation from them has really, really been very meaningful to me. The culture here at 3dsense is one that really focuses a lot on learning. It's a culture of it's like a family culture, where it's a community of really like-minded people who are united with the common passion for art, and each person really tries to encourage the other person to grow and further improve. So even though sometimes during the reviews, the criticism can be harsh, but there are truths that you need to know. You need to know which areas to further improve on and grow. So I really think that this 3dsense and the community it has, where learning is not done only by the teachers, but also encouraged to be done by the students, is really great, and it has helped me improve so much than actually just trying to learn on my own. Yeah, it's a place of great growth, of great learning, and it's been a very meaningful journey for me here.